Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this live stream. Free practice is about to start. Hello, everybody. I have my phone set up here, and I've got YouTube running so I can see the chat. And hopefully, I'll get some people in to watch this free practice with me. Yesterday was interesting. Max didn't drive FP1 because Lindblad was driving. And in FP2, he talked about how he struggled with the long run pace, which is pretty important. The car is fine for over one lap, but hopefully Red Bull can do something about the car overnight, like they've done so many times. Hello, Samantha. I wonder if there's many people in at this earlier hour. Let's see. See, there's Hank. So that's always a good sign when Hank is here. We can keep the conversation going then. But yeah, I don't know if people are used to it, or if it's going to be different for them because I'm half an hour earlier now. There's Ivan. Yes, you need to wear that. Red Bull merch. It brings luck. And hopefully we can keep the one for next year. Ooh, there's a new name. Nekati Eslik. Hello, Nekati Eslik. Where are you from? Mexican fans are crazy, like the Dutch. Ah, you're from Turkey. You're the first Turkish person I have on my live stream, so very nice. I didn't know people in Turkey liked the F1, although there was a track in F1 in Turkey, an F1 track. So most cars are still in the garage. We're looking at Franco Colapinto here, who's looking like he might keep the seat for next season, which is nice. Because yeah, it's hard to rate somebody when the car is this poor. Alpine has the slowest car, so it's hard to rate a rookie in a car like that. Yeah, there's a track in Istanbul. Yeah, very good. There's Lance Stroll. He had some banger crashes last week. Well, one big one. Yeah, Ivan, I remember the last race we had there. I think it was the replacement for Japan in 2020. It was a wet race, and I think there was an incident where Lewis Hamilton almost pushed Checo Perez into the pit straight. That was in Istanbul. Okay, we're having an onboard of Max. And normally I watch this with their onboards on to see if Max is cursing and yelling at GP about the car. But yeah, since I'm doing a live stream, I can't do that today. Do you guys all use TeamViewer for F1? It's a free app that gives you loads of options. Yeah, Max got FlowViz. Oh, I saw him sliding a bit. It's nice to see Max out this early. And yeah, it's cool that he's doing a lot of testing, and they done something with the rear wing to help him with grip. But I'm thinking, the on the Friday the track is still very dirty. So don't you think the car will come more towards Red Bull when there's more grip on the track, and might um, McLaren, who have really good grip now, or Lando Norris had really good grip now, might that not all change today when there's been more cars on the track, and um, yeah, the track has been cleaned up more. There's Oscar Piastri putting on his stuff. Hello, Marie. Good morning. How lovely to see you here. Because this is not your time slot, really. What time is it there, Marie? Ooh, Lewis Hamilton has struggles as well in his Ferrari. Oh, that's not too bad, Marie. Um, I suppose you're up this time normally as well. Normally. It's 1939 here. So 7:39 p.m. Hey, don't drive through the grass, Lewis Hamilton. The caretaker has been looking after that grass. Fuck's sake. Hey, Christina. I'm early. So, Marie, will you be able to watch the race then tomorrow or Monday morning? Because um, that might be a time where you're maybe working or, you know? But Ivan, um, but I thought you were in Eastern Europe. Are you in Australia as well? Or do you live in Australia and you're originally from Eastern Europe? I'm getting confused here. Hey, hello. Hello, Rom. Welcome. And yes, this is the Max Gang. Where are you from, Rom? I'm always interested to know where everybody's from. You pulled a sickie already. Oh dear. But it's for a good cause. You know, it's Formula One. Let me see if Leclerc does any better than Lewis. Okay, Rom. New Jersey. Cool. I bet you have a thick New York accent. Oh, right, Ivan. I get you. Because you have to get up early the next morning. And there's Tanveer. Hello, Tanveer. Always nice to see my members here. Oh, you don't have an accent, Rom? Okay. I bet we have some people coming in at 8 o'clock, my normal time. So 17 minutes from now, 18 minutes from now. And there's Carlos Sainz. I love Carlos Sainz, but he always gets into the weirdest crashes that I'm thinking, dude, that wasn't necessary. But at the minute he's performing better than Albon in Williams. Well, that's where I get it from, Rom, because I love movies. So and TV shows like The Sopranos. Whoa! Okay, Ivan is saying something very interesting here. I know there's a safety area in turn one, but imagine how much better uh, would this circuit be without that chicane. Um, yeah, chicanes always take a little bit of the fun out of things, don't they? And I hear people complaining about the area with the what do you call it? That sector with all the crowd. I'm just trying to do two things at once here. Yuki Tsunoda. Stadium section. Thank you, Katanvir. Sometimes I just can't think of the word. There's Oscar Piastri. Marie, what are you asking? Who was ill from the papaya, lads? I don't know. Oh, Christina, yes, they do keep saying that. Okay, Lando Norris doing a lap. Oh yeah, that's right. Pato Award. Pato Award was had food poisoning. Maybe he had a bad burrito. Oh, somebody else went straight ahead. Lewis Hamilton is all over the place. Let me see what happens to Lando Norris. I think he's got. I think he's got a real serious technical problem. So where's Lando now? They're talking about brake by wire. BBW. I tried to Google that once. It's very interesting. Okay, we're on board with Oscar Piastri. Okay, Ivan. See, I like me a BBW now and then. Oh, Max is doing long runs now, says Hank. He's on high fuel. Okay, yeah, I've only one screen, so you keep us updated, Hank, about what's happening with Max. Oh, he's in the pit now. Oh, that McLaren looked wobbly. Only 12th time for Piastri. Not good. Isaac Hadjar. Oh, traffic. Idiot. The McLaren was in the middle of the track. Idiot. Hello, I am Isaac Hadjar. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with Piastri Tanvir. Although usually in Q3 he's back, but it's yeah, I don't know. Exactly, Nakati. He's not in good shape. And Norris, he looks like he's on it. Samantha, can you text Richard that we've started earlier? Thank you, Marie, for giving me giving my live stream the likes. It always helps a little bit with the algorithm. I don't think we're going to see Vegas in here today because he's at the track. But he might pop in, say hi. There's George Russell with a start. There's Leclerc with the red helmet. I love these onboards. Okay, we're on board with Lando Norris. Okay, Norris put it on P1 with a yellow last sector. Oh, Piastri P7 now. I see my chat is socializing with each other. Nice. Is it half a second? Yeah. Rom, I'm not allowed to say lap times and stuff because F1 will get involved. So, okay, is Verstappen on an outlap? Yeah. Okay, we're on board with Max. It's a long straight. Oh, Max is not doing a fast lap. He's just doing high fuel run. So, is there anybody who's listening to Max's onboards? You know, the conversations he has with GP. It's just I can't put my multi-view for F1 on because I have OBS on, which is my streaming app, and those two don't work together. It's blocked. But yeah, if somebody's listening to Max's onboards, then I'd like to know if there's discussions, if there's settings being done, if Max is cursing or, you know. George Russell is not happy. He's sliding all over the place. I could try. No, I can't. Thanks, Rom. The tires of the F1 cars are a joke. Like, they keep giving softer tires, and then the drivers are just forced to make them work by driving slower. The hard tires, they just don't like using them at all, like in Austin. And I don't think I've seen a set of white tires on in those three free practice sessions. Okay, Rom, keep me updated. Thank you. Okay, Tanveer, that's handy. So yeah, as soon as Max says something like, "Oh my god, I'm freaking sliding all over the place," or "I have no grip," or "I'm driving on ice," I want to know. And if he says, "Oh, feels much better than yesterday," then I definitely want to know. Okay, Ivan, I must have missed that. Okay, sorry. See, I watched FP1 yesterday with my headphone on while Samantha and I were watching a film. We were watching The Black Phone, a horror movie. It's based on a story written by the son of Stephen King, Joe Hill. Good movie. 4 out of 5. Okay, Rom. Hey, there's Richard. I started half an hour earlier, Richard, because we're doing free practice 3 watch along. Glad you're here. Okay. Thanks for the tip, Rob. Yeah, small gaps, Ivan. Yeah, I have to really squint because I'm watching it on my phone. See? Yeah, Tanvir, the radios are always a little bit behind. It's true. I think you can fix that as well, but I'm always afraid to try since I don't want to screw up my whole viewing experience. Leclerc is setting purple sectors. What's happening with Bortoleto? Oh. Alex Albon locking up on softs. Yeah, the track is really slow. They're talking about this on Sky now. Bernie is talking about it. Okay, there's Lewis Hamilton again. See if he improves the car a little bit for himself. So the track temperature is messing with the grip levels for everybody. Oh, 10th fastest for Lewis Hamilton. Ooh, Antonelli going off track. Max is just, fixing his car for the long runs, and then in the end, he might do 1 or 2 runs on softs to get into the qualifying flow, and he'll be P1 again. Yeah, Richard, Piastri is struggling like mad. He's in P13. So, are the temperatures going down by the time qualifying starts? Because it's later in the day? Because I believe that's what most teams are struggling with a track that's like 50 degrees. Okay, Russell set the purple middle sector. Yeah, and he's P1. 1-7. Oh, not allowed to say that. Okay, the helmet cam from Max looks good. Thank you, Ron. Uh, is our friend from Turkey still here? What was her name? Nakati? Yeah, Nakati. Are you still here? Yeah, we're all fans of Lollipop Man, aren't we, Ivan? George, savior of the merciless. Mm, 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 mm. Glad you're still here, Nakati. Mm, mm, mm. At Sky, they're having a long conversation with Williams F2 driver Lucas Browning. And Lucas Browning is a friend of Max because they drive for Team Redline together on the sim. So, do you guys remember there was an incident about 7, 8 races ago where Max stuck up his middle finger and people reported him for, unsportsmanlike behavior? And then it turned out that he was doing it as a joke to Lucas Browning. So nothing came of it. Like in this long season, the whole swearing thing happened this season. That's like ages ago. But Max had to go to Rwanda for as a punishment. Yeah, James Hinchcliffe is a legend. I love him. Nakati, thank you for watching all my videos on YouTube. I haven't seen you in the comments yet, as far as I know. Well, Gentilese, it was because Max did it in a press conference. And yeah, that's not, you shouldn't have done that. You agree with my opinions? Wow, you're the only one. Alex Albon, purple sector. Excuse me. Yeah, Richard, that was unfair. Hey, Rom, I hear a lot of people saying that they were wrong about Mickey's, but last year when the whole Horner drama was going on, I already had a really bad feeling about Horner, and then for a little while I was making really negative videos about Horner, and I was arguing with people on Twitter, and then at some point I just let it go, and then when this season was starting, um, I sort of made an apology video to Christian Horner because, yeah, well, he was there and he was there to stay, and you're better off getting everybody together to make the best out of this season. And then he got sacked. And it turned out that my feeling about Horner was right because apparently it was Christian Horner that stopped a lot of development for the RB21, the current car, because he didn't believe in it anymore. And then as soon as Christian Horner was out, Mekis came in, and he and Max and the rest of the team, they decided to keep developing the RB21 because the stuff that they're screwing on will help them next season as well, even though the cars are quite different. Yeah, exactly, Hank. I was the same. I defended, well, no, I was against Horner, and then I just thought, I might as well accept it. But yeah. Isaac Hadjar on the lap. That car looks solid. Uh, Richard, I heard about two teams breaking the cost cap. Aston Martin was a procedural issue, and there's one other team, but I don't think it's McLaren. I think, but that's my gut feeling. I think it's Williams because they had like 10 million worth of damage, crash damage, and James Vowles already said last season that it was gonna be a struggle to keep within the track limits or the budget cap. And they even asked for a $1 million dispensation for certain reasons, and it was denied. So We'll probably hear it after this weekend. My guess is Williams. And if that's the case, then people are going to be a lot milder, because they're not front runners. And yeah. Ivan says, I remember calling Horner names even when Vettel was about to win his first driver's championship. Sorry, I was much younger then. Why? What did Horner do then? Ooh, Piastri's on the purple first sector. But the track is ramping up. Yeah, track is improving. Exactly, Christina. That's my theory as well, and especially with James Fowles saying stuff like that it was going to be a struggle to keep within the budget cap. Oh, of course, Ivan. Uh, Vettel versus Weber. Well, there was a lot of unfair stuff happening there. But yeah, Vettel was always quicker, and he became a four-time world champion. Yeah. Hey, there's F1 Yapaton. G'day, mate. Nice to see you here. People, subscribe to F1 Yapaton if you want funny, highly edited, banger videos. Oh, Max is also on soft. Last corner. Oh, Ford fastest. The fuck? He's losing this championship. Is he saying anything to GP? Is Max saying anything to GP? Goes quickest. So he starts his free practice session by locking up like 4 or 5 times, and now he sets the quickest time. Team LH happy. But here's the McLarens. Ooh, 2 purple sectors for Lando. I don't mind George Russell that much anymore, Yapaton. As long as he keeps his mouth shut. I know. Well, we still got 9 minutes on the clock. Maybe the track is cooling down a little bit as well, Christina. And that's why the track evolution is so big. Both Williams are in trouble. No problem, Yapaton. We YouTubers, we need to help each other. So is Max saying anything on the radio? Did he say anything about the lap that he did? Hello, Angie. Welcome. Yeah, I'm asking for people who are um, watching Verstappen's onboard as well as the live feed. Yeah, Gentilis. Uh, it, I think Max can handle a pole position, but yeah, from P2 and P3, he's done it as well. Like in 2021, he overtook both the Mercedes cars. That was a beautiful overtake. And then Perez tried the same thing again in 2024, and he crashed. Albon has got problems with his engine. Oh, dear, dear me. Okay, there's Max. Max's first sector was already yellow, so I doubt that this is going to be a better time. Oh, Richard, didn't both Mercedes go over the grass and there was no penalty, and then Max did it and stayed in front of Vettel and he got a penalty for it. I think that was 216. He stopped? Okay. Oh, this is looking dire. Max not looking good. This is what I was afraid of. We're fucked. I'm getting a little bit quiet here. I don't want Max to do bad. It's Mexico. It's Mexico. He never does badly there. Getting warm. I think we're going back to 33, guys. Sorry. Oh, dear, dear. Yeah, Nikati, but Max always and Red Bull were always good at high altitude. I think it's going to be a damage control weekend for Max. Well, Ivan, you're saying last year he was P2 in quali and had no grip in the race. Hope it will be some kind of vice versa this year. Even better. Marie, I'm not done yet. I'm going to stay for another half an hour till 9. Um, Now, Ivan, what I've seen a lot of times is that during the qualifying sessions, Max will keep on trying stuff, and then sometimes the track comes towards him, and then in Q3, all of a sudden he's there again, and he's really surprised that he's there again. That's our only hope, but it could be a case of him qualifying on the third row, and then it's all dependent on what happens in front. But with the pace Norris has, if he puts it on pole and he stays in front, then yeah, he's going to put 30 seconds on everybody. That's my guess. Yes, Angie, we could have waited 2.5 hours for quali. But, you know, if the qualifying is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then we also have to wait 2.5 hours till 5 o'clock till it starts. Okay, he improved his time. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Ugh! Ah. Let me see. So, people, let me start with a poll. Who's taken poll today? Norris. Now, if you think it's another driver, just shout it, yeah? Um, Hank, I have my advertising settings on normal, and YouTube decides what moment he does it. So, if there's a moment where I'm quiet, then most likely he'll put an advertisement in. But that's good. We need more advertising. You know, I usually get about 40 cents on my live streams per hour. Let's make it 60. Okay. I don't know what time it is in Mexico now. Is it 6 hours earlier? I can Google that. Time, Mexico City. It's 12:34 there. So that's 8 hours. It's 8 hours later. And what time's qualifying? Mexico. 11 uur. 11. Yeah, that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, I don't know what that means for track temperatures. Okay, Hank voted Max pole. Nice. That's what we want to see. It's a pity I can't vote. Yeah. Okay, Christina. You're not watching qualifying because Norris might put it on pole. But, you know, in the race, he might lose 3 places in the first corner. And there's Eva. Hello, Aoife. Yes. Yes, we have daylight savings tonight. So that's all good. So let me have a look at this poll. Oh, you guys are still trusting in Max. 54%. And that's okay, Aoife. I actually started at half an hour earlier as well because we had a free practice 3 watch along. And nobody thinks Russell and nobody thinks Leclerc. I think Leclerc has a chance. That Ferrari looked dialed in. Exactly, Richard. Norris on pole would not worry me. He's a notoriously bad starter. And yeah, there is a chance of somebody coming alongside and ramming him. Everybody's against Lando. Okay, maybe I can do another poll. Earlier we talked about the budget cap breach. What team do you think breached the budget cap? McLaren. Oh, I've been arguing so much on Twitter with Lando Norris girlies because the only thing they do all day long is McLaren said this, and now they're doing this, and it's against Lando. And then it's like, people were saying this about Piastri, but now Lando does it, and they're saying this. And like, they're creating these scenarios of unfairness, and it's all they moan about. Like 6, 7 posts a day. And it's getting tiresome, you know? Like, as a Norris fan, with the momentum he has, there's so much to celebrate. You know, why don't he do that? You know, have a little fun. Like, McLaren might be nowhere next year, and then they ruined his whole championship year uh, with moaning about Piastri and McLaren and the fans and the people that don't like him. Christina says Piastri will raise it from Land of Invisible and put it on pole. Yeah, well, he needs to get a lot fixed on his car then, you know? Hank thinks it's McLaren. I seriously doubt that. Because if it was McLaren, then teams like Red Bull and Ferrari, they would know about it, and there would be more whispers. I don't think it's McLaren. It would be nice though, because that's all they need now. A lot of controversy while they're doing a championship. Thank you, Marie, for agreeing with me. And Eva says, if Piastri dares putting his car on pole here, there will be repercussions. Oh, God. I can't stand that word anymore. Oh, these little girls crying about repercussions this and repercussions that. Fuck me. So annoying. But yeah, what are we going to do about the Max problem? What is he going to do? And I want to know what he said about it. Let me go to Twitter. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Let me see if there's news. Yeah. Max P6, Yuki P9. Max is 6 tenths behind Norris. Oof. Yeah, I don't see any reactions yet. No, don't see any news yet. Gentili says McLaren makes everything cringe. Definitely. Like, uh, it's so annoying that they try to micromanage everything and then actually screw things up even more. The great papaya ruler is watching you. Well, I don't know if Zach is great. He's big. I don't think he's great. Um, let's do another poll. Who will win the race? Norris, Leclerc, Max. I'm just gonna put an option other, so you guys can shout it out. Who do you think is gonna win? Ivan says, since percussion is something related to drums, repercussions is probably a rehearsal playing drums. Yeah, that's it. Um, I hope both McLaren crash in the race. I hear that all the time, but Samantha doesn't allow me to say these things because I'll be jinxing, and I'm not allowed to jinx. So I'm just gonna let it wash all over me. Personally, I think tomorrow is gonna be a race for Max to do damage control. So I don't know. He's gonna finish third with Oscar in P5, so he'll gain points on him, and then Lando is gonna win the race, but it'll bring Lando and Oscar way closer to each other, making the championship fight completely about them again, and that'll mean the world for the next race in Brazil, because yeah, the gloves will definitely come off in a situation like that. Oh, there's a new name I haven't seen yet. I think I'm just gonna call you Droid. And Droid says, I'm actually enjoying this shit show at McLaren. Yeah, it brings its own entertainment, even though it's annoying entertainment, you know? Um, Zach has no balls. He should have punished Piastri. Okay, but yeah. I think if McLaren was a wise team, they would have said to Piastri last season, look, um, Lando Norris has been with us for 7 years. He's the number one driver. You're the number two driver, and that's how we're gonna drive. But they kept building up Piastri more and more and more, and now he's just as good as Norris. And this season there were parts where he was even better, and they've created this problem now. Um, and you can tell that Piastri isn't ready for like a proper championship fight yet because, well, he's been the one bottling it the last 3 races. Christina says Piastri was repercussed a lot this season with shitty strategies. And Droid says, for the entertainment value alone. He's talking about McLaren. Gentili says, it's kind of funny when McLaren fans were so smug about a fair a team they were and everything. It makes any drama even funnier. Well, that's true. Like at the start of the season, they were like, "Yeah, Max never had a teammate, and at least at McLaren, both drivers get the same chance." And that's all flipped now because Piastri fans are all accusing McLaren of hampering Piastri, and Norris fans are crying about Norris getting hampered all the time. So yeah, there's a lot of crying at the 81s and the Force on Twitter. I'm just trying to go on Twitter here to see. Somebody here says that Max improved the long runs, but it's bad on the quali runs now. Now, I think if Max can do damage control in quali and his race pace is a lot better, then then there's hope for the race. You know, Christina says, and fans of every other team are just enjoying the drama. True. Gentili says, I saw people discussing if Max wins it, it will be the biggest comeback ever. Some people say Raikkonen's comeback in 2007 was more impressive. Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes first. You know? Droid says the driver at McLaren choose their own strats for as far as I know. And the driver who is in front in the race gets first pickings. Yeah, that's happened a few times. And then they asked Lando Norris, can Piastri go first? And he goes, yes. And then he goes, oh, no, 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 no. Or he goes, yes, but as long as he doesn't undercut me. Oh, no, I'm undercut. Piastri needs to give the position back. Eva, what Nepo baby are you talking about? Ivan says, do you know why does it happen in McLaren? It's only because both our drivers have numbers which are perfect squares. And this year is also a perfect square. Okay. Cool. Droid says, I'm an F1 fan and I have no choice in the matter, so might as well enjoy it or stop watching. And Droid, where are you from? Are you Dutchy like me or, I don't know, English? The other Nepo baby. Max? He had a father in F1. According to Lando Norris, it's much easier to be a good driver if your mom and dad are in Formula One or racers. Ah, Droid, you're also a Dutchie, just like me. Proost. Oh, dear me. I'm I'm looking forward to qualifying. Okay, I can turn this one off. Guys, have you got any questions or any topics that we want to discuss? So, 58% still thinks Max is going to win. And 37% says Norris. 5% says other. So, who's voted other? And if you voted on an other, who do you think it's who is it going to be? Christina says there are many Nepo babies. To be honest, Lance, Lando, Oscar, Max, Carlos. Yep. And Tanvir says Lando will never be able to handle what just put Max through. True. And Eva says, don't forget, Adam Norris bought Nepo baby that drive in McLaren for $50 million. What are you saying, Droid? ad fundum. I don't know what that means. Marie says Jos Verstappen would be a hard father to please. Yes, well, he was very straight, and yes meant yes, and no meant no. I read Mark Hughes' book. Unstoppable, and he described that Max messed up a karting race, and he said, as a punishment, you have to walk home or walk back to the hotel. He was about 15 or so, 14, 15. And Max started walking and walking, and then he bumped into, somebody he knew, and they gave him a lift to the hotel. And then Jos asked him, how did he get back so early? And he said, well, somebody gave me a lift. And Jos got his car and brought him back to the exact spot where he was picked up, and Max could walk home. Because, yeah, principles. That was the punishment, and that was it. And I kind of respect that, especially because me as a father, I try to be, straight lined and hard lined, but if my kids start pleading with me and they start negotiating, then I'm always a sucker for it, and I'm easy. My eldest is like I offered him his driving license if he never smoked, if he didn't start smoking, but he started smoking, so now he has to pay that money. He has to pay that money back. But then I said, you know what? If you quit smoking, then I'll still, help you out with your driver license, because he got his driver's license now. He just still needs to pay us back. And then today in the car, he said he's thinking about buying a scooter, a moped. So he says, if I completely stop smoking, then you can buy me that moped, and you don't have to pay for my driver's license. But I added it up, the driver's license plus the moped, that's about $4,000, which I have to cough up as well. But he's a good kid. He's a much better kid than I was at that age. But yeah, I did manage to make my own money when I was 18. No, he doesn't. But anyway, that was a bit of private stuff. Samantha and I still have to do a little bit of a members video again as well. I have something planned. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. I have no video ideas yet for this week. So I'm just going to let the race come towards me. And then the biggest topic, I'll pop a video out about that. And hopefully it'll pop off. October has been a brilliant month. I had a 23K video, a 13K video, an 8K video, a 4K video. So yeah, thank you all for watching all my stuff. Oh, Tanvir, Samantha and I were talking about you last week. We were guessing how old you were. Oh no, that was the other Indian fella. Hacker. Hey, we haven't seen Hacker 1650 yet. Yours was like the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket. I love that film. Yeah, Marie, I started working full time when I was 2 months shy of 16. And yeah, by the time Samantha and I got married, I had quite a bit of savings. so we could buy a house. The droid says, you had printing press on your 18th? I don't know what that means. Okay, Samantha. We were talking about both. Yeah, it makes for a long time to work, Marie, if you start working at your on your 15th. But yeah, I feel nowadays people are way too focused on studying, and then by the time they're 26 and they have their diplomas, they have no money and a debt, and then they can't find work in the shitty study that they finished, and then they go on the dole, but they never get anything together. Whereas, see, if you become a plumber nowadays, or anything to do with your hands, like installing, um, what do you call them, CVs, you know, the heating, central heating in homes, you can make a fortune. You can charge like a hundred euros an hour, and you'll have plenty of work. So yeah. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna say goodbye to you all. Um, have a great qualifying tonight. I'll probably do a little post after qualifying on my community page. And I'd like to remind you that everybody can post stuff on community page. And then if somebody posts something on a community page, it would be nice if everybody, you know, leaves a little reaction, or, you know, get a bit of a community thing going there. And yeah, like I said, I haven't got any videos planned. I have made a decision about podcasts. I've decided to stop podcasts altogether because um, organizing it with different people, it takes a lot of time, and it takes time off these people. And my last two ones weren't really appreciated by the audience. So yeah, I'm just going to focus on making good videos. Right, that's it, everybody. Um, have a great qualifying, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care now. Doei doei.